Hey everyone, Shannon with GritHR Solutions. And, there's an old saying out there that goes something like, people don't leave jobs, they leave people, or they leave bad managers. Your worst employees will tolerate your micromanagement. Let that sink in. Your worst employees are going to tolerate the micromanagement, but your best employees are going to leave. If you watch the last video on this topic, I talked about how I left a micromanager. So here's the difference. Average performers will wait for direction. They're going to sit in the system and they'll survive it. Your high performers, they want ownership. They want autonomy. They want speed. They want you to reduce bottlenecks. If you micromanage your high performers, you're going to get three things. First, they're going to disengage. They're going to stop bringing ideas. They're going to stop pushing, and eventually they're going to stop caring. They're going to stop taking initiative. Why would they? You're going to override them anyway, and they will quietly start looking for a new job. And by the time you notice, they're going to be out the door. So what are the early signs or the early warning signs that this is happening? Watch for things like a behavior shift where they used to speak up and now they're quiet. They've stopped challenging ideas and they do exactly what's asked of them and nothing more. That is not improvement. That is actually withdrawal and disengagement. So what do you do instead? Give decision autonomy early on, not after they've earned it for 2 years. Start now. These are people that you hired because you believe in their professional skills and capabilities, their judgment. Let them have that autonomy until they give you a reason not to trust them. Shift from task tracking to outcome trust. Tell them what success looks like and then get out of their way. They will come to you if they need your opinion, if they need guidance, if they need advice, if they get stuck. That is your job as a manager, is to get them unstuck. And you've got to create space for independent problem solving. Let them figure it out, even if it's messy. I used to have to tell my team early on, they would come to me, I'm stuck on this idea, this situation, this employment law matter, whatever that looked like. And I'd say back to them, because I knew the answer, or I could quickly find the answer, I was the path of least resistance. And I went to them and said, hey, why don't you go research this? Let me know what you figure out. Let me know where you're stuck, and then we'll unpack it together. And so I was subconsciously, by leading that way, not only freeing up my time, but I was also showing them that I trusted them to solve their problem. And 9 out of 10 times, they didn't need me. Or if they did need me, it was for one little thing that they wanted to run by me to get a second opinion on. So it really shifted the dynamic of the team and their ability to work independently. So if you want to keep your A players, you have to know letting them figure things out is going to be a little bit messy at times, but you have to stop managing them like these C players. In this last video for this month, I'm going to show you exactly how to stop micromanaging without losing control.